Hi, I'm Reid Cramer. I direct the asset building program here at the New America Foundation, and I'm here with Maurice Lim Miller, who runs the Family Independence Initiative based out in Oakland, California, an innovative anti-poverty effort. And I wanted him to tell us a little bit about his work with Family Independence Initiative.
Well, the short of it is I used to run social services and felt that it wasn't really breaking the cycle of poverty. We were helping people, and so the issue would be, well, how do we actually get people to move further up the independence? You know, it's not just income, but how do they become more independent and under control of their lives? And what I realized is that I didn't have any solutions, that it really depended on the population. So the Family Independence Initiative is really a way to engage communities along with their friends. So we only enroll cohorts of families with their friends, and we ask them to show us what they do and what they'll do to really try to change their lives. If they were given access to some of the resources that normally under social services I gave to my staff. So my staff knew employers, my staff got paid, and what I would do is pay these families if they would tell us their story on a monthly basis in a data set, so we could learn how they really work together and individually to really improve their lives.
So they work together, they identify some goals, and then they let you know how they're doing on a regular basis.
Yeah, and you know, they identify goals, but like for all of us, the goals are always changing depending on opportunity and issue and problem that comes up. So for us, it is really more tangibly, what are you doing to both keep your life together, more focused, and really make progress? And what we found is that actually the reporting process itself, that they see what their income is, what their debt is, whatever, on a monthly basis. We liken it to, somebody likened it to the Weight Watchers, where you get constant feedback, and what the families have said is helps them focus, helps them reflect, and helps them to actually probably see that they're meeting goals in general that are really important to them.
It's very innovative, but I think one of the things I've liked about it is that you're showing some results. What have been some of the key findings to date?
Well, you know, everybody kind of looks for the quantitative stuff. And so the core groups that we've enrolled in Oakland, Hawaii, and in San Francisco all consistently within a 2-year period showed household incomes jumping 20%. And that's not counting the money they earned from us. So our money was kind of on top of that. Debt went down, savings go up. And in San Francisco, it's really interesting. It's been different in Oakland, Hawaii, and San Francisco. In San Francisco, there hasn't been as much home ownership as in Oakland, but what there has been is kids' grades. 70% of the kids' grades have gone up, where in Oakland it was only 34%. So again, it talks to the different regions, the different cities, that it's all different, but it's all self-initiated. And it's been probably 5 to 10 times better than when I had case managers and social workers.
And I know one of the things you think is important about what's gone on is how it's engaging with a lot of different kinds of families, different income levels. This isn't dealing with just the cream of the crop.
Yeah, that was like a really important issue. We actually turned down groups that really could have been seen more as cream of the crop. They were really already together, they were moving something, they just needed access. Really what we do is work with families whose income had not changed for a couple of years, and we'd have them bring in their friends. And so 40% of the families in the San Francisco project is under the poverty line. Others are near the poverty line. They face all the myriad of problems that families face that join other programs. And so everybody that joins the program has taken the initiative to join, and probably we have the fewest rules because you can bring in your friends with no other eligibility criteria.
I think there's a lot of policy ramifications to this work that I think are very exciting and would love to continue to talk with you about. But what are some of the lessons that you want policymakers to take from your experience? How should they be thinking of kind of structuring policy that responds to this experience?
You know, policymakers and funders in particular can have a huge impact. And in many ways right now, you can also have a negative impact. And what we found is that in some ways the issue of bowling alone that has come up, that communities breaking down, often what we've done is we've accelerated that. We have outside volunteers coming in to be helpful. And that issue of being helpful sometimes undermines people helping one another. We have programs coming in with professionals, again, undermining necessarily turning to your friend, because the person coming in from the outside has more resources, and so you try to go to that. And what we've tried to do is pull back on that and try to see then what is the capacity within the communities. We found, you know, like I said, it's really pretty amazing what's in there. So the basic principles we would like funders and policy people to look at is when you're going to try to fund a program or pass a policy, to look at whether for the populations you're looking at, which are low income, does that incent people actually taking initiative, or does that really cut that back? Does it incent people helping one another?
Right.
As opposed to your friends being helpers being replaced by a professional? And does it really look at these communities as not clients but consumers?
Yeah.
And if they're consumers, then you treat them very differently. Private sector that has mentorship programs look at you and I as a consumer, and they try to please us. And their success is really based on whether we're happy with their services.
Yeah, and a lot of this could really reinvent the way that we think about providing support and assistance to these communities. And so I'd like to see policy be responsive to some of this experience. So thanks for your time. We have 2 papers on our websites, one by Maurice, one by some colleagues that have looked at some of the policy ramifications of this work, so you can learn more. So thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.